Alright, hey everyone, welcome to another WRP Live Play TTRPG session. What is WRP? Well, that's me, Faye, Game Master and Storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company. That way we can create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features our D&D's Shadow of the Dragon Queen, a riveting adventure of courage and valor, where our intrepid heroes face unbeatable odds in a cataclysmic war. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master and Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, we get to meet our courageous and daring heroes before they embark on another exciting tale of, well, I definitely know there's going to be magic involved. And a lot of sword clashing in this night of terror. But we'll begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Vass. Vass is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who has found himself accidentally stumbling across the multiverse. At the end of the last session, our characters had some downtime, and Vass had written a few letters, one to his parents, one to his brother, and one to his friend Val, and asked, why can't I think of her name? The
Wyan?
mage.
Lion.
Wyan, yes, sorry. Asked Wyan to try and get them to their recipients if Vass doesn't make it through this war. And I thought I would share the one he wrote to his parents as my fun fact for Vass this week. So it says, I'm sorry it's been so long since we spoke. When I set off that day, things went about as far sideways as they could have gone, and then a bit further still. I don't have a lot of time. Talk to Key. He can give more details. I know being a minstrel wasn't your first choice of career paths for me, but I've made a bit of a name for myself. But beyond that, I think I've been doing some good, too. I've been trying to help people, been trying to help this city. There are some great people here, several of whom I'm proud to fight beside. You'd like them, I think. You know I'd tell you this in person if I could, but I had to call in a favor with a mage just to get these letters to you. The favor was initially to get me home, but, well, I wanted to say thank you for all you've done for me. Even if you haven't always approved of my choices, you've been supportive. I think you'd be proud of me. I love you both. Vasilos. P.S. For the love of Saluna, please make sure Key doesn't take himself too seriously. Gods know he's been without my consistent reminders for too long.
Oh yeah, sorry, I had a cat to deal with. Um, alright. Next up for our introduction, so why don't we learn about Hugh?
Hi, I'm Stefan. I play Hugh DeVere, a flamboyant, flashy, and fearsome fencing, who's possibly French. My fact about Hugh today was when he had his downtime, he spent it embroidering little owl talons on his new cloak of protection. And he asked, "How does he know to embroider?" And he says, "Knitting. That's just like stabbing with a rapier or estoc. Uh, well, so he's great with a needle and thread."
Hell yeah. Alright, and then last but not least, let's give an introduction for Rue.
Okay, I'm Frontboard, and I'm playing Rhubarb Bafflewander, aka Rue. He is a forest gnome sorcerer, level 10, hailing from the island of Sanchrist, which is far to the west of our setting. He comes from the forests there. He's 114 and a half years old. His gray hair has been slowly turning red throughout this campaign. I believe it's at least 80% red now. He's a wizard of high sorcery, or sorcerer of high sorcery, wearing the red robes. So he's got the whole red motif going on at this point. And he plans to use it to destroy this evil presence.
Oh, yeah. Well then, with our introductions covered, it's time to dive into our session. And, well, speaking of evil presences, your night has just begun with a battle. A deathly dragon corpse given life through violet flames crashed into the streets of Calamon. And while you, of course, bested it, you were given a missive off of it as well. Or, well, a threat. Written by none other than Consulty Fire Eyes. Even without her name attached to it, you know who all sent it to you. The Dragon Queen sees you, and I am the fire in her eyes. The end comes. It is the Dragon Queen's will. But it seems that this is only the beginning. Fighting breaks out along the walls, where there are Calamon soldiers and dragon army forces clashing against each other. And you are on the streets, doing what you can. This is what Vendry has asked of you. And as we are picking up here, I would like perception checks, please.
Thought you were going to say initiative. That's
Soon enough.
next. Dang it.
20.
18.
Wins.
Oh, twinsies.
We got a twinsies moment. Hell yeah. You all would spot this. In the street, you see as 4 Calamon soldiers quickly turn on their commander amongst all the fighting that you've been moving through. And cut him down in the streets.
Oh, hell no.
So, this definitely seems like one of the things that, as actors underneath Vendry, you should step in. It seems that you may have traitors amongst the army. So, why don't we get initiatives rolled?
Two.
Unusually low for Vass.
Well, you all go before my enemies, so... Hugh, you are the first to act. You saw these 4 soldiers cut down the commander they traveled behind. What would you like to do?
I Hunter's Mark the clearest closest one and run up and stab him in the back. As I figure turnabout is fair play. For a 17
17 will hit.
and a 27.
Both hit.
So that's 18 plus. So 24 piercing. And 2 psychic.
Lovely, lovely. The Calaman army soldier snarls here, and as you are this close, you can hear that it's not quite humanoid. It sounds more draconic. And Vass, it's your turn.
Hey, I want to shoot it with my short bow of melodies. I would like to do a reverberating shot. So let's do that. It was almost a natural 20, but it's a 21 instead.
21 will hit.
This was the one that Hugh ran up and hit. I don't know if I said that. Because I want all the sneak attack damage. So on top of that, we're gonna get, that's 15 from the bow and an additional 4 thunder.
Alright, starting to look a little worse for wear. Snarling even further.
And is there any place for me to duck behind with my bonus action for a hide?
Yeah, you're in the middle of the streets of Calaman. You'd be able to hide somewhere.
Alright, well here comes a stealth roll. That's a 13, because I rolled a 2.
I will keep your 13 in mind. Alright. And with that, Rue, it is your turn.
Is the one that the two of them have been attacking in 5 feet of range from another one by any chance?
Yeah, we'll say so.
It's been a while since we've done this. I'm gonna call down the light of Lunatari and cast Sacred Flame on that lead one and have it jump to the one that's next to it too. Try and do some focus fire here. That's a DC 16 dexterity save.
That is a 9 and a 19.
Okay. The one that failed's gonna take 13 red radiant damage. And then I don't believe Rue has many fun bonus actions. He's gonna back up a little bit. He was gonna kind of stay like 5 or 10 feet behind Vass, but Vass seems to have like lunged off to the side somewhere, and Rue didn't really catch it necessarily. But he's gonna step back anyway, like 10 feet.
Cool. So as you move away, Vass, no, not Vass, Hugh, you are the one that's within 10 feet. I need you to make for me a wisdom saving throw. This is against the frightened condition.
Okay. Oh, I have something for that too. Please don't check. Okay. Awesome. I love this. So again, guess a 23 succeeds.
You do succeed.
Okay. And I use Beguiling Twist. And I throw that frightened condition right back in its face. And make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Well, this one is dead, but if you can do it to another one, we can 100%.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So that is a 17 on the wisdom save.
Oh, that sucks.
But we now have a shrieking spectral version of Rue right in front of Hugh. And it is our soldier's turn. Which, as they move, you see that they all draw blades in their hands, and we're going to get 2 attacks towards Hugh from one of them. First one will miss with a 14, and the second one misses with a 9, but you do have one of these things in your face. The others stretch their wings and will fly over to Rhubarb, who has proven to be somewhat of an issue. They do not seem to notice you, Vass. Perhaps your hiding was successful. And Rhubarb, you will have 2 swings of the blade from each of them.
Nice knowing ya.
First attack will miss with an 11. The second attack will hit with a 24.
That hits.
That is 14 points of slashing damage. Third attack is a 14.
Rue's gonna cast shield against that.
And then a 16 on the last attack.
That'll also get absorbed by the shield then.
Then you are safe, Rhubarb.
Oh, barely.
Until the start of your next turn, at least. Hugh, it is your turn. You've got 1 in front of you. What would you like to do?
Okay, as for my hunter's mark to it and strike. So I got a 15 and a 24.
15 and 24. The 15 misses, but the 24 will hit.
Okay. For 14 and so 17 piercing. And 4 psychic.
Beautiful. Anything else?
That was all it and all.
Alright, Vass, we come to your turn. You were successfully hidden from our foes.
Perfect. How many other soldiers are there? Is there 3?
Yes.
Okay. And Hugh ran up and stabbed again. So I will take another reverberating shot at the one that Hugh is attacking. Oh, that's not hitting with a 12, though.
Unfortunately, that will miss.
But with my bonus action, I will throw a healing word at Rue. And today's healing word is feel better. That's terrible. I'm sick. But that's how I wish I was feeling right now. So feel better, Rue. That's 8 hit points.
8 more than I had.
Alright. With that, Vass's turn will come to an end, and Rhubarb, it is your go.
Alright, this is not good. 4 attacks on him at once. Rue is going to invoke the magical energy of his Forest Shroud and use it to Misty Step. And he's going to Misty Step toward Hugh, because I think Hugh advanced forward, correct?
Hugh rushed in to meet the warriors, yes.
Yeah. So if the Misty Step doesn't get me there, then I'm going to use whatever left over of my 25 feet of movement to try and get there. And I'm going to go like back to back with Hugh, so I'm behind him.
Okay.
Charlie's Angel style.
Alright.
And then Rue's going to point at both of those, I guess, are they Draconians? They sprouted wings, right?
They did sprout wings, yes.
He's going to point at each of them, and he's going to channel lunar energy and cast a guiding bolt at each one, and use twin spell to do it.
Hell
And I
yeah.
have advantage from my shroud.
You do, and we ruled that it's on advantage on both of them.
Hell yeah. First one was almost an at 20. It's at 23.
That hits.
And the second one is 24.
Those both hit.
So the first one will take 15 radiant damage. And the second one's gonna take, wow, 19 radiant damage. That's great.
And both of them glow red, meaning that the next
Yes.
attack against them will be at advantage. Before the end of your next turn.
Rue will call out. Could use a little help with these two. Should be easy targets now.
Okay. With that, it is going to be our, since the cat's out of the bag now, our Draconian's turn. And, we're gonna get the one in front of you, 2 swings. Both of those sword swings miss, and so you watch as the humanoid form slips away, and the tail is now released, and it is going to swipe at you. That is a 24 to hit Hugh with the tail.
Well, that is definitely parried.
Okay. And then the other two, seeing that the ruse is up, also bleed away their disguised selves. They still glow red, as they will charge back over towards where Rue is now, swinging blades.
I knew it.
The first attack is a 17.
I think even if I shield, a 17 wouldn't block it, right? 17 armor?
Meets it, beats it, yeah.
Okay. We'll hold off. I'll probably still be shielding again with the next 3.
So that'll be a 15 to hit, or 15 damage, sorry. And then our next attack roll is a natural 20.
What is that called?
Silvery
The thing
barbs?
where I stop it. Yes, that thing.
Alright. That brings that down to an 11.
That misses.
Alright, next 2 attacks. That is a 25.
Yep, that hits.
That will be 13 points of slashing damage.
Rue goes down.
Alright. Vass, who do you want to give that advantage to from Silvery Barbs?
If I give the advantage to Rue, does he have... Can he use it on a death save?
He can. It is on his next d20 roll that he gets advantage.
Because I had intended to give it to Rue, so that's who'll get it.
Alright. Hugh, we come to your turn. Rue came over to the back of you and then has gone down, leaving you with the Draconian in front of you and 2 glowing red Draconians behind you.
Okay. Well, I don't think there's anything more sophisticated I can do than keep on the attacking. So that's an 18 and a 14. And I will also do a dancing longsword in the same one, so 18 as well.
The 2 18s will hit, the 14 misses.
Okay. So 7 flat and 7. So yeah. That's so 20 so far. Plus 8, 28 and 4. So 32 damage.
Alright, I do need a wisdom saving throw against the frightened condition.
Okay. Does a 17 work?
A 17 is successful. You are not frightened by the screaming visage of yourself that appears where the Draconian once stood. I do have to make wisdom saves for the other two.
Okay, and I twist and I do a frightening image of myself swinging a sword at them to the nearest of the red ones. So either DC 15 or frightened.
Well, they were already frightened from failing against the first one. Uh, so, they're just not having a good time, and they're still glowing. So, with that, it is the end of Hugh's turn, and Vast, we will come to your go.
Okay, first things first. Bonus action. I'm gonna do a 3rd level healing word on Rue. And this time the healing word is get up, slacker. And oh my god, my level 3 healing word gave exactly the same number of hit points as my level 1, so that's awesome.
Oh no!
8 hit points to you, Rue. Sorry, that was horrible, terrible rolls. And then I'm going to take advantage of the fact that 2 of these remaining guys are glowing, and I'm going to reverberating shot one of them, and I forgot to roll with advantage. Let me roll that again. That's a 25 to hit. And I don't remember if I get... Do I get sneak attack from having advantage?
Yes,
Can't remember.
that is correct. You get it from just being able to apply the advantage.
I cannot roll well at all today, so that's 15 piercing, magical, and 4 thunder.
Well, it is 19 more points of damage than it had before. But it is still standing, and it loses its glow. Rhubarb, it's your turn. You are prone on the ground. You have 8 points of health. You've got advantage on your next d20 roll. What are you doing? One of the creatures is still glowing.
Oh man. That's fantastic. I can't decide if I want to get up and run or stand my freaking ground. I wasn't expecting to come back up so soon. You know what? Go big or go home. Rue turns and looks at the one that's glowing, and he channels some necrotic energy in his hand, and he reaches out and touches it with a vampiric touch.
Hell yeah.
It's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
That's terrible. I'm going to use a sorcery point to re-roll the 1 and the 2 on that. To turn it into a 4 and a 1. So that is, I can't even count. 5 plus 3, 8 damage. Which sounds terribly low. And then I regain 4 hit points.
Alright. Now,
And then, go ahead.
just a reminder, that is a concentration spell. You can be able to use that for that full minute.
Yep. But somehow I need to get out of here, but I'm worried about opportunity attacks. That's the dilemma. Am I allowed to shield an opportunity attack?
Yeah, it's a reaction whenever you take a hit.
Let's do it. Rue is gonna scamper back to get back behind Hugh, so farther away from these 1s or 2s that are on him.
Alright, you know what? They will take those attacks of opportunity. Their tails swing out towards you. First one is an 8 to hit, which obviously misses. The second one is a 14.
I will raise my hand and shield that as I'm running away, like Heisman Trophy style.
Sounds good. With that, it is Draconian's turn. And they cannot get closer to Hugh. So, because they are frightened of the other Hugh that is right in front of you, they are going to give chase to Rhubarb. And then one of them is going to actually fly above and go for Vass, who has the bow.
Did they do that if I ran behind where Hugh was?
Oh, you
They'd have
ran
to go
behind
past you to
you.
get.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I went past you.
So no, they're just gonna go for Vass then. Vass, you get 2 friends now.
Oh, Vast is always ready for more friends.
The first attack against you is an 8. The second attack against you is a 22.
That hits.
The sword slashes down against your arm, and
Can I dodge that in an uncanny fashion?
you could dodge that in an uncanny fashion, which will mean that you'll take half of the 15 points of incoming damage. And then the second 2 attacks come from the other one. That is a 9. And a 13. I believe both of those are misses.
They sure are.
Alright. And Hugh, we come to your turn. There are 2 of the Draconians left. Both of them are on Vass currently.
Well, I go to help a brother out. And apply Hunter's Mark on the nearest one. And 19 and 20. I assume both will hit.
Yes.
We've got 19 plus 8 is 27 and 2.
Alright, so as you rush over to where Vass is and you take the strike at the creature, your blade sinks in underneath the scales and you watch as the form melts away. Another Hugh appears, spectral, screeching. I need wisdom saves from Hugh and Vass here against the frightened condition.
17.
Hugh,
So
you're
that's
fine.
10 less than Hugh.
Vass, you are frightened of the spectral Hugh and cannot get closer to it. But you can...
Is the Draconian still frightened?
the other Draconian is still frightened, yes.
Okay, so I don't need to bother with my beguiling twist.
Yeah, you don't. And anything else from Hugh? I don't believe so, because that was bonus action movement.
That was all of everything.
Yeah.
That was everything.
So, with that, it is Vass, your turn. 1 Draconian left, but you are frightened of the spectral Hugh right next to it.
Okay. What does that mean?
You
I
have disadvantage on all ability
Have a
checks
disadvantage.
and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. And you cannot move closer to it willingly.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will have the Draconian listen to some infernal dissonant whispers to try and freak it out, since I don't want disadvantage. So that'll be Wisdom 16.
That's an 8.
Oh, fantastic. And that's another terrible set of rolls. I just get 1s and 2s today.
Maybe your
That's 9 whopping points of psychic.
maybe your dice are sick too.
I think they are. He also needs to use his reaction, I think, to move away from me as far as his speed will allow.
Yeah. He will stretch his wings and fly 60 feet away.
Holy smokes. Okay, that's quite far. And with my bonus action, I'm gonna throw Bardic to Hugh.
All right, Hugh will get Bardic. And with that, Rhubarb, it is your turn.
So I think I had advantage from silvery barbs, but that probably got lost when I made my attack roll, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. And this creature flew 60 feet away from Bass?
Correct.
Does that mean it went like... It doesn't really matter where it went, I guess, because I can probably hit it no matter where it is. Maybe.
You're likely going to be able to hit it.
I have 60-foot range on my Sacred Flame I could use. I assume I'm not within 25 feet that I could get close to it for my Vampiric Touch, though.
You know what? I'll make a roll here. You're close enough. It'd be using all of your movement, but you could get there.
This could end really poorly. It could easily kill me, but that's no fun.
Take
Yeah,
those.
Rue's gonna like just grit his teeth and trudge his way over towards this thing and try and use Vampiric Touch on it again.
Go for it.
You know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration to give myself advantage on this roll too.
Hell yeah. That's what it's there for.
Oh, and that
That's a
20 on that
natural 20! Holy heck!
one. The inspiration worked.
Inspiration.
Oh, that's a lot
plus
of
one.
ones. Oh, I gotta reroll. How many of those can I reroll? Where is this trait? Give me 1 second. Powered spell. I can do up to 4 of them. I'm gonna reroll the 1, 1, 1, and 2. So that's 6. 6 turns into a 17, so that's 11. So that's 23 points of necrotic damage, and I'll heal half of that. Is that rounded down?
Yeah, you round down. And I'm gonna
Here
need
we go.
a wisdom saving throw, Rue, against the frightened condition. Because,
Is it magic or is it just frightened condition?
it is technically magic, but it is not a spell.
Yeah, because I have advantage on saves against magic, so
Yeah,
not against spells, but magic.
yeah, go for it.
That's a 20, dirty.
Great. You are not frightened as there's this now spectral image of Rhubarb here, glowing with necrotic energies, and you guys are out of combat. The battle comes to an end here. And you have a bit of time to catch your breaths. The minute passes, and that fear that you feel in your chest vast, that dissipates as well as each of the spectral copies of yourselves disappear.
What if there's more of them? It's not good.
I'm gonna take the momentary breather to be tireless. So get 7 temporary HP.
No, get back.
What are you doing, Rue?
Better than I was. I blacked out for a minute. wound up on the ground. I assume you helped me with that, thank you.
Don't mention it.
Yeah, they ganged up on me. There was nothing I could do. I tried. You said, like, this is happening in the evening, right, Faye?
Oh yeah, this is like night. Like there's still more fighting that you can see. Fires in the evening. There are the sounds of battles happening on other streets here in Kalamun. You know that there are defenses at the gates. And then, of course, you see the flying citadel coming closer and closer.
It's past my bedtime, too.
Did we were supposed to be trying to sneak into the Citadel, and we were waiting for Klistrin to
Yeah,
find us some
Clistian has been
rides.
doing that. Yes. So you you know that he'll find you when the time is coming. So the your plan requires the citadel to be over top of you, which is on its way, but it's not quite here yet. So you have time, and Vendry has asked for your assistance in the immediate battles because you are, well, good at what you do.
I really would like a rest. But if there's more that need to be taken care of first, we need to help.
How you holding up? As you went down.
I've been better. I'm about maybe not quite 50%.
Oh. And you're not quite 50% is a lot different from my not quite 50%.
Keep the
Things hit
gnome
hard.
in the back.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I was
I
in the
might have
back,
been
and then
staying
those
in a
things
room.
flew up over the top of everything and came right to the gnome. He even backed up.
Yeah. So, as this is happening, you hear a horn in the distance. And looking at, you can see towards the sound. It comes from uh, the walls near the gate where you had been earlier this evening. A group of soldiers are moving to crew the balliste upon the ramparts, and you see in the distance a flight of dragon army dragonels making a sweep towards the city walls. Uh, you have time to try and assist if you wish.
Assist the ballista operators?
Yeah, see if you can maybe cut off the threat before they even make it to the city.
It's like I said, if more people need assistance, we need to lend a hand first.
Yeah. But before we run over there, uh, just wait a sec, and Vass will put a hand on Rue's shoulder and do a second level cure wounds. And that's 13.
Thanks, Vass. Rue's gonna chug a healing potion too. That's the wrong dice. There we go. Kind of like uses the sleeve of his robe to wipe his lips, and you can't even see the moisture's red because the robe's red too.
So, you can make your way towards the walls, towards the rampart. And in doing so, because this is a very tense situation, I will ask that we roll initiatives here. So, Rhubarb, can you roll me just a straight d20?
How about a 2?
Oh, thank you. So, you are currently, as you stand atop the walls, able to see far into the distance over the many swaths of army soldiers, the foes that stand against you. But what catches your eye, of course, are these strict Dragonelles carrying. You can see that they carry Draconians in their claws, and are perhaps attempting to drop them. They are a little over 300 feet away from you. The soldiers here are battling against other foes that are trying to climb the wall, so only a handful of them are able to attend to the ballista. You are able to secure one, but they do take a lot to operate. You have to load and aim before you can fire. And each action takes a full action. One action to load, one action to aim, one action to fire. So, Vass, taking in everything, what would you like to do?
I
Oh.
would like to load up one of these ballista.
Okay. You usually find the ammo here and can slot one in, getting it locked and loaded. You hear the soldier...
And then I...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, bonus action, I'll give Rue a bardic.
Alright, Rue gets a bardic. You hear the soldiers aside you. They are doing much the same. They are locking the ammo into place. You can hear the click. You see as they all move together to aim, and one of them gets into position ready to fire, but is holding, perhaps to see if there's better chance of striking. And then, Hugh, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'd like to do the aiming.
Alright. Yeah. Easily enough, you can make that aim, and with your ranger senses, you've trained your perception well enough that you easily cover the distance that needs to be done. Um, the Dragonels start to fly closer. And Rhubarb, we come to your turn. What would you like to do?
I feel like I need to fire this thing.
All right. So, for firing a ballista, you get a +6 to your attack roll.
Sounds good.
You
Do I
also
have to...
Bardic
Sorry.
Inspiration.
Right, I was gonna say, do I have to declare my bardic before I make the attack roll, or
Rules is
before
written,
I-
yes. Well, no, you have to declare Bardic before you know the outcome. So, you can do it after your roll, but before I tell you if it is a success or a fail.
That sounds perfect. Well, I got an 18, so that's a 24.
Okay.
I assume I won't need the bardic for that.
You want to hold on to your Bardic. Keep it.
I feel very confident about how well I just fired that ballista.
Yeah. As you sit there and you take the opportunity to fire, you watch as it soars across the night sky and strikes right into the chest of the Dragonel that it was aimed at, thanks to you. And you watch as this Dragonel rears back. It doesn't seem terribly wounded. It definitely is wounded, but in fear of perhaps more damage to come, it and the 2 Draconians that it carries fly off away from the walls.
Rue lets out like a cheer and just says, "Nice aim, Hugh!"
All right. You let out this cheer, and only really the 3 of you can hear it because beside you, the other ballista that was being prepared also releases a shot. And you watch as another Dragonel is turned away as it lands, and top of the round will be Vass, which we will come to after our upcoming ad break. So, stick around with us. We will be right back to continue with our combat and our Night of Terror. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They are important to us here at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and then in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. So, stick with us. We'll see you all very soon. All right, we are back in action, and as we return, it is for Vass, your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to load up another ballista, or the same ballista with another piece of ammunition.
100% you can. As you load up, any bonus actions this turn?
I'm just thinking about that, and I think, can I use a bonus action to just scan the horizon to see where we might want to aim next, so I can be like, hey, over there, to whoever's next?
Mechanically, no. But I do dig the story purposes, so, I'll give you an inspiration point for it.
Oh, thank you.
So, it is the soldiers, who act next, and once again, you hear them loading up, moving, and then, instead of waiting this time, they will immediately send off a firing. They unfortunately, however, miss. You see as the ammunition goes wide. And Hugh, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, no, is there any good targets for the ballista now?
There are still 2 Dragonelles that are coming towards you.
Okay. So I'm gonna start prepping the next shot.
All right, so you line up for the lineup for the next attack roll. So that is now loaded, aimed. All it needs is a firing. The Dragonelles continue to get closer and closer. They are about maybe 100 feet away at this point. As Rue, it comes to your turn.
Rue was contemplating speeding up his allies, but I think that taking down this Dragonelle takes priority. So let's do let's fire the ballista
All right, you get a
and
plus
check
6.
to see. All right, so that's 12. We're gonna add the bardic. Please be good. That's at 2. I think that's 14 to hit. Crap.
Well, unfortunately, a 14 does not hit.
Tried. Wait a second. Rhubarb is going to use a bonus action to convert a level 2 spell slot into a couple sorcery points. And that'll be it.
Alright. And then top the round, Vash, we come to you.
All right, rinse and repeat. Load the ballista again.
Okay.
Okay.
As the ballista is loaded again, we are going to have our soldiers attempt to strike down one of the Dragonelles,
Can I bardic them?
if you want to.
I will use my last bardic to inspire the soldiers.
Alright. And we will see if this will help them. Alright. They are going to use the Bardic. And as you watch, there is a moment where it looks like fate is going to have another miss, but calling upon your bardic inspiration, retching that into Calaman's own designs, the winds of change cause this ballista ammunition to strike, turning away another one of the Dragonelles. As Hugh, we come to your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna aim up on it.
Alright, so you make the aim, and it is our Dragonelle's turn. It's going to fly closer, looking for a way to area to land. It is 40 feet away from the walls. As Rhubarb, we come to your turn. You can see the 2 Draconians that it carries in its claws, just eager to be let down. What do you do?
Gonna reach into my robe and find the charm of the frog and use it to play the little melody that gives me bardic inspiration. And as the melody's playing, I'm going to fire the ballista again. Ooh, that's 3, so that's 9. Ooh, 10. Holy crap.
Oh man, if only there was someone in chat to provide assistance. I don't know if we're gonna get a chat redemption.
I have channel points.
I do, but I don't like to use them in my own games. That's just me.
That's totally fair. I'm not saying you have to, but it is an option. But it is going to then be Rue's turn comes to an end. Vass, 40 feet away, you have the Dragonelle and the 2 Draconians. What would you like to do?
40 feet, hey?
They are 40 feet away from the walls. Because they were 100 feet last turn and then they moved 60 feet closer. It looks to be trying to find a place to land here. And you do have the soldiers here that you can assist as well.
Right. I'm trying to decide if I want to just make a regular old bow thought. You know what? I'm just gonna commit to... Is 40 feet too close for the ballista, or is that still an option?
It is closer than what ballista are typically used for, but it is well enough a range.
I have a point blank shot.
Yeah. As long as they're not, like,
I'm gonna...
right there, you'd be fine.
Okay, I'm gonna commit to doing what I normally do and just load up the ballista. And then, in case things go sideways, I'm gonna see if there's something I can hide behind with my bonus action in case I need to make a sneak attack on them next round.
Alright.
So I guess I should...
Make that stealth roll.
23.
Yeah, easily able to hide up here. Our soldiers are panicking a little bit. They're going to load, aim, and fire. Their panic gets the best of them. There is a jam in their ballista. They roll a natural 1. The ammunition doesn't even leave. Hugh, it is your turn. You have the ballista here, loaded.
I'm gonna aim it.
The aim for the Dragonelle comes, and the Dragonelle screeches over as it releases the 2 Draconians on the wall, right between you and the soldiers. And it circles around 20 feet away. Hugh, you're able to continue tracking it with the aiming as our Draconians are going to make some attacks. We've only got 2 of them. It could have been worse. But they will make an attack toward you, Hugh. The first one is a 21 to attempt to hit you.
That's going to be a miss.
And then the
My AC is 22.
hell yeah. And then the 6 will also miss. So the 2 attacks against you are not gonna hit, but we've got the other one that will make attacks toward Rhubarb as a hand stretches out and there is the release of lightning towards you. That is a 6 on the first attack. Whew, that was almost a natural one. It's still a miss with an 11, so you're fine. Rue, it is your turn. You could still take out the Dragonelle here. The ballista is locked, loaded, aimed.
This is the ballista is an attack, right?
Yes.
So I couldn't use my sorcerer ability that lets me reroll ability checks then,
Correct.
if it happens to fail. You know what? It's loaded. We gotta try it. Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Perfect. I don't know how you fire a ballista, but whatever it involves, Rue does it with a flourish.
Hell yeah. That at least takes out the Dragonelle, leaving just the 2 Draconians here. Any bonus actions on your turn, Rue?
The one that shot lightning at me, was that a ranged attack?
It was.
Effectively then? So there's nothing in melee with me?
There's nothing in melee with you.
Alright, get the gnome to the back then. I'm getting as far away from these guys as possible. Which, I have short legs, so at most 25 feet away down the wall. Or hiding behind like stuff, like a ballista or a
Yeah.
big pile of ammunition or something like that if it's closer.
100% you can get behind something. Put a physical barrier between you and the fight, for sure.
Heck yeah.
That,
Doesn't take much. I'm short.
Yeah. Vass, we will come to your turn. You successfully hid. There are now 2 Draconians on the wall. What are you doing?
I am assuming I can make a ranged attack at one of those Draconians.
You could, and you had advantage on your first attack roll.
Fabulous. I'm gonna aim at the one that shot lightning at Rue. Be like, stop targeting the gnome. And there'll be a reverberating shot. That's 25 to hit.
All right.
And it's gonna do 18 piercing and 4 thunder for 22.
Beautiful, beautiful. Anything else from that?
I'll hide again.
Go for it.
Bonus action, and that's a 29.
Yeah, you successfully hide once more. As you disappear, the soldiers are going to move in. They will provide flank opportunities as well as the help action for Hugh, since they can see you.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna go in then and flank the one that's already been targeted.
hell yeah.
Bonus action to Hunter's Mark. And stab. And so 27 and 15.
27 and 15 both hit.
So 18 plus 9. 30 total.
Cool, great. I need a dexterity save from Hugh as this creature begins to melt immediately, the flesh shriveling away, and the bones shake just before exploding outward.
I'd be at 20.
Yeah, 20's great. You don't take any damage. And that's one Draconian down. Hugh's turn comes to an end. The other Draconian is going to snarl, turn to Hugh, who has just downed his buddy, and will make 2 trident attacks at you. First one misses. Second one also misses. Hugh, you are able to move away and dodge each of the attacks, parrying them with your blade. And Rhubarb, it's your turn.
I'll poke my head out and see that there's only one left, and send a beam of psychic energy from me to him and cast a Mind Sliver. I need a DC 16 int save. I'm hoping that he's not intelligent.
Alrighty. That is a 14.
Okay. That's 8 psychic damage. I keep forgetting that I get +1 from my staff. Well, not keep forgetting, I've done it once. And I think on his next save, he has to subtract a d4 from it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And then I always say this, I don't believe I have any good bonus actions, so I'm going to duck back behind whatever gnome-size shield I'm hiding behind. And hope that my friends can take him down.
Alright. And with that, Vass, we come to your go.
Okay, I'm going to take a reverberating shot from my hidden position at the remaining draconian. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 will hit.
Yay. Okay. Ooh, much better damage this time. So 7 and 16 is 23 piercing plus 4 thunder for 27.
Okay.
And I'll hide again.
Easily done.
But that's a natural 1.
Ooh. You attempt to hide. I'll keep your 12 in mind. So,
Okay.
the soldiers continue to assist and provide flanking opportunities for Hugh as we come to your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, let's try and finish it up with the stabbing. So, do the flanks mean I have advantage?
Flanks me an advantage, yes.
Okay. So, a 26 and a 22.
Both will hit.
For a 23 plus 6 is 29. $30 again.
All right. I need another dexterity save as the skin shrivels up, the scales fall off, and this guy's bones explode.
Still. Nope. I'll be at 23.
Yeah, you're fine. You take no damage. And you guys are no longer bound by initiative here. As you are here, a soldier comes running up the walls and spots you all. And have you seen the Marshal? Marshal Vendry?
No.
Oh. The Warrior's Gate. Over on the east wall, it's unguarded. The Marshal needs to know.
Can I vibe check this guy?
Yeah, roll me an insight check. He
22.
is frantically searching for Marshal Vendry. There is no sign of deceit here. The Warrior's Gate apparently is unguarded, and he is trying to alert anyone he can that would know what to do in this situation.
How far away is that from where we are right now?
Um, it's a bit of a distance, but if you start running, you might be able to get there before anything bad happens.
Yeah, were we on the western wall?
You are on the trade gate. I believe that is the western wall, and you need to go. And the Warrior's Gate is on the east wall. Yes, you are west-facing ramparts.
If it's been a while since we've seen the marshal, then I don't know if it is worth our time to find her again. Especially if that gate's unprotected.
What do you do, heroes?
I'm thinking we tell this guy to keep looking for Marshal Vendry and we make a beeline for the undefended gate.
Yeah, I don't believe I have
What?
sending, unfortunately.
Oh, Hugh, do you still have that little raven thingy?
Yes.
Can
Here we
we use
go.
that?
Use my raven. It does ascending. Or animal messenger.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I just handed over the silver statuette of a raven.
Who are you handing it to?
Oh, to Vass, because it was his idea.
Oh, this doesn't require attunement, does it?
No. Nope. Anyone can use it. It's just a once per day kind of deal.
Okay. Is this limited to a certain number of words?
Let me check the Animal Messenger spell.
$25 words.
Alright, so you use an animal to deliver this message. A recipient matches the general description. You speak a message of up to 25 words, and yeah, so everything else is just for 12 hours because it's a raven.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess I describe Marshal Vendry to the raven.
Okay.
And then I guess the message would say Marshal Vendry, Warrior's Gate, undefended. Heading there now. Send backup. Vass and company. I think that's 13.
It is.
Alrighty.
Vass knows how to use words impactfully. He doesn't need all 25 words.
I'm more succinct than Chester.
So, uh, all I'm thinking about is, Sam is not. It's like cut out all unnecessary words. It's like half the sentence. Um, but yeah, you send the Raven off with the message for Vendry, hoping that it will find her, as you all can make your way towards the Warrior's Gate. And just for a bit of tension here, why don't we get athletics rolls?
Vic? That's not gonna go well for me. Oh, well, I rolled pretty good. I don't know why I can't roll good on my damage.
So, alright. As you are moving through the streets, Rhubarb, your little legs cause you to fall a little behind your companions, but you do manage to cross the city quickly. Again, you hear cries of terror, the sounds of battle, but you are pushing yourself further and further towards the Warrior's Gate. And as you get there, as you arrive, you see that the Warrior's Gate stands open. The portcullis on it remains closed, but there are no guards in sight. And beside the gate, the guard room's door is ajar. You see on the other side of the portcullis there are several figures that wear dragon army uniforms that pace back and forth. And as you start closing the distance fully, the portcullis begins to rise. What do you do?
How many are outside the gate?
Looks to be 6 figures on the other side. You would know the controls to the portcullis are in the guard room that is adjacent to the portcullis.
How far away are we?
Can we
I would put you about 60 feet currently when you start to see this portcullis rise jerkily.
see through the portcullis?
Yes, that's how you saw that there were the 6 figures pacing back and forth.
Yes, that makes sense. I'm not firing on all cylinders right now.
You're fine. I love answering questions.
Well, it just so happens the range on Shatter is 60 feet, and I feel like they're probably all clumped up at the portcullis. So, and if I'm attacking, my speed is 40. So I think Vass would snap his fingers while he's running, cast Shatter on the guys at the gate, and then he would use his bonus action to dash to try and get inside the guard host to see what the F is going on.
Alright, so, Shatter is a constitution save, yeah?
It is, and the DC is 16, and this is at a 2nd level.
Well, I'm just going to roll 1 for all 6 to make my life a little easier here, which is a failure.
Lovely. That is 11 points of thunder damage apiece.
And the portcullis would take some of that damage too?
I would say that you could move first and then cast during partial movement to not
Oh,
take
nice.
the portcullis damage. So as the sound cracks off, thunder filling the area around you. Vass starts making that beeline towards the open guardroom door. You see a slip. I believe that shatter also hits objects. It's further down. Um,
Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
does. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the 10-foot radius sphere.
I mentally edited that paragraph out.
So, no, we're good. But yeah, so you would see that the jerkily rising portcullis like slams down after the sound of the thunder echoing from the shatter releases. Hugh, Rue, you doing anything?
Maybe I'll see if I can finish up support this by shooting my bow at these guys.
All right, I will say that it's going to be a little bit more difficult because of the portcullis. You can see through it, but they will have a bonus to their AC because it is covering them partially.
Okay. Try and Robin Hood this with a 15 and a 16, so I'm guessing probably not successful.
No, you hear the thud as your two arrows strike into the wood of the portcullis. But they seem to be shaking their heads, still trying to get the ringing out of their ears from the shatter. Rhubarb, you doing anything?
Rhubarb disappears and uses invisibility. And then we'll start using his movement to follow the direction Vass went towards the guardhouse. But I only have 25 feet of movement, so I don't make it even halfway there yet.
As you start running, Vass, you were 30 feet there. Halfway to the guardhouse, you see that the portcullis begins to try and rise itself again. What are you doing?
I think, well, when I attack on my turn, my speed's 40, and I was going to use, I think I used my bonus action to dash on the last turn, so
Oh,
am I at the guardhouse?
I did not register that you used bonus action dash last turn. That's on me. Yes, you are at the guardhouse, which means that you can see what is inside. There are 6 figures that seem to be in Kalaman army here, one of which is turning the winch, raising the portcullis. And amongst them, you see a very anxious Lord Bakaris.
Hell no.
You.
He turns and you can see the fear in his eyes. There's a cold sweat on his brow. And as soon as there is this moment of recognition, Gods, get him! We're gonna roll initiatives.
You filthy traitor. I'm tempted to use my inspiration to reroll that initiative because I really wanted to go first. But I think I'll save that for a different roll.
Oh, look at that. We got twinsies.
15 isn't a good initiative? Wow.
Well, when I'm +9, I'm used to getting in the 20s. I'm spoiled.
I'm used to getting in the single digits.
Yeah, you roll, what's it called? Paladin level, initiatives.
Can I use a sorcery point to reroll initiatives?
Does your subclass say you can?
Probably not.
Then, unfortunately, no. So, it will be our knights first. Then Hugh. Then Vass. Rue. And Bakaris, who also got a 15.
I don't like being in that company with him.
So, the 5 knights that aren't attending to the winch are going to now move towards Vass. And we're gonna get the first one's gonna try and shove you 5 feet out of the doorway. Can I get an athletics and acrobatics check?
I will absolutely do an acrobatics check. That's a 15.
All right, 15 is successful. He's unable to shove you aside, but another one will move into his side and attempt to do the same thing.
And another one.
Another one, please.
20.
20. You match with this figure. The two of you are in a stalemate as he gets his hands on you, but you are unable to be pushed aside, deftly moving your body in just such a way. As he draws back, you do have an attack of opportunity here.
I'm absolutely gonna take that.
Yeah.
With Pat Scimitar.
Forgot about that
17?
scimitar.
A 17 unfortunately just misses here. He's able to withstand it as it strikes his armor. Another one moves into the space that he has vacated to push you out the door.
23.
23. Again, you are unmoved, this time easily dipping between the attempts to strike. The other two readied 2 crossbows, 1 in each hand, and they will now aim and take fire. An 8 will miss, and so too will an 11. Hugh, it is your turn. You hear the fighting that is coming, and you can see Vass dancing and using the blade at the guard room. What would you like to do?
I will let Vast go with the Vicaris, and I will go after these knights.
Okay.
So, there's Mark and stab. So a 20 and a 26.
All right.
4. So far, 28. $29 damage.
All right. So 29 damage into the first knight that you can see standing beside Vass, trying to allow him to get access to Bakaris. Vass, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So, am I able to get Bakaris in a 15-foot cone? And B, how many other of these awful, traitorous, bad words can we get also in that cone?
He has not yet moved, so you could get him in a 15-foot cube. Or cone, sorry. You'd be able to get... four of the 6 knights as well as Bakaris.
Okay, Vass is channeling his infernal heritage. He is seeing red and is very angry, and he's going to Burning Hands in
Ooh.
Picard's direction. That's a dex 16.
One of the crossbow wielding knights is going to succeed, and then Bakaris will also succeed.
I don't like that. Can I use my inspiration to oppose disadvantage?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, well, those who failed, that's 16 points of fire, 8 on a success.
Alright, so... that would be...
And Vass is so angry. I think he's swearing for sure, but I think it's probably like partly halfway through the sentence transitioned into infernal.
Mhm. Cool. So, Rhubarb, we come to your turn.
We do. I think if you said this building was like 60 feet away, then Rue's still like 35 feet away.
Correct.
And I guess I'm a little confused mechanically. Like, Vass was at the door, but there's guards that Hugh's fighting as well.
So the doorway is open. Vass opened the door and was able to see inside. So Hugh is at the door next to Vass, fighting the guards that came up to Vass. And then Vass just unleashed a massive burning hand, so you could see the fires. But
So how
you
how
would
many
not.
can I see from where I am, if any?
You could still see, like, you can see beyond your companions, you just wouldn't be able to occupy the same spaces as them. So, like, if you need line of sight, you have that on at least 2 of the guards.
Is there an empty space behind either of those two that I could potentially put some sort of summoned creature in a flank with either Hugh or Vass?
Yeah.
Interesting. We gotta try it then. Rue is going to channel some dark Nuatari energy and summon a spirit of death behind one of those two characters. So his invisibility would disappear. He would shimmer back into existence.
Okay.
And this absolutely like creepy death spirit. How big is it? It's medium. Medium undead. Okay. Floats behind one of those, flanking with either Vass or Hugh.
Yeah, I'll let you choose, and then your Avatar of Death will go right after you.
Correct. Let me just knock off my spell slot. Let's have it be in the one opposite Vass. And then I will use movement to probably try and move maybe a little bit to the side, if possible, to try and get out of line of sight of anything that might be behind that portcullis, if they can still see us.
Alright. Easily done.
So that's Rue's turn. For the spirit, I've got to learn how to do this. Its bonus action, it's going to use its haunt creature ability, where it's going to target the one between it and Vass. Let's see. Okay. I think it has to attack the thing that it's haunting. Yeah. So bonus action is haunt. Action, it gets a multi-attack against that creature. And I guess it would have advantage because it's flanking, correct?
Yes.
Alright, that advantage helped. That's a 22 to hit and a 24 to hit.
22 and 24, yeah.
Okay, then it takes 28 necrotic damage.
Cool. Cool.
And then if it's still alive, when it starts its turn, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw against my spell save DC or be frightened of my spirit.
It is not alive any longer. Cool. And that means it is Bakaris' turn, who is going to move to the farthest corner, cower, and take the dodge action.
Fitting for that turn.
It's our knights go after that. The guy at the winch is still going to be chugging along. The others, the one near Hugh, because there was the two in the doorway, turns away from whatever is happening to the guy next to him, because of that specter, that haunted death, and is just going to take attacks at Hugh. First will miss with a 17. Second misses with an 8. Hugh is fine. The other one here is going to step up to where Vass is. 2 swings at the greatsword. An 11 and a 15.
Misses.
You are fine. And then the 2 crossbow. 1 to Hugh, 1 to Vass. That's a miss for Hugh with a 9. And a miss for Vass with a 4. You guys are fine. Hugh, it is your turn. You've got a guy in front of you.
Well, I will continue attacking that guy. (24) and 17.
17 just misses.
Okay. Four, so 8, 10. 12 damage. And is he still up?
Just barely, but yes.
Alright, my dancing longsword gets in on the answer, gets 21.
Nice.
4, and 4, so 8 slashing.
Alright, 8 slashing is enough. This is another knight down. So we've got the 1 on Vass, the 1 on the winch, the 2 with the crossbows, and then of course Bakaris is cowering in the corner. Vass, we come to your turn once again.
Okay, Vass is gonna attack the guy in front of him with his scimitar. And that's a 24 to hit.
Alright, a 24 will hit.
Is an ally... Oh, wait. Is an ally of mine within 5 feet?
Yeah, Hugh is right at your side.
Awesome. Oh, that was maximum scimitar damage, and then I'll get some sneak attack on there, and I'll remember to roll sneak attack this time instead of flame blade, which I think I did last time. So that's going to be 22 points of damage.
Cool. He's still up. Looking bad.
Still up. Am I able, I forgot to do this before the first attack, but am I able to shift to be in a flank in any way with this guy?
With the haunting specter, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna dance around so that I'm in a flank, and then I'm gonna bonus action offhand attack at advantage with my other scimitar. And that's a 21 to hit. Doing another max damage of 10.
Cool. That's another one of these guys down, leaving just our winch dude and the 2 crossbowmen.
And
With the
Picard's.
rest of Vass's movement, can he move up to the winch guy?
For sure.
Okay. So it turns out in order for Vass to roll well, he just needed to be angry.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is going to be Rhubarb's turn. However, we will pick up with Rhubarb's turn after our upcoming ad break. So, stick around with us. We will be right back to continue with our combat here and see what happens with our traitorous Bakars. But before we head out, I do ask that you let the ads run. They are important to us at Little Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you want to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen and in our chat room. Donations unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. They include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, full list available on our Discord. So, stick around. We'll see you all very soon. All right, we are back, and as we are returning, Rhubarb, it's your turn.
All right, so the last turn I made my way closer, or more to the side, closer to the door. Can I see the 2 with the crossbow, hand crossbows now?
You can,
Like
yes.
through the doorway? Fantastic. Rue is going to do his pointing with each hand and do a twin spell guiding bolt, one in each one of those crossbow dudes. First one, ooh, that's terrible. 14 to hit. Oh, I didn't mean to roll damage. And the next one, oh, that's even worse. 12 to hit.
Unfortunately, both of those will miss.
Wow. And then he's going to say to the Reaper Spirit, take care of those 2. And then he's gonna like duck around to the side of the door so he's out of line of sight of those crossbowmen and anyone else in the room, and just let his companions and the Reaper do their business. So that's Rue's turn. Actually, could the Reaper get in a flank with the one on the winch? Oh, I already told it to take care of those 2. I'll continue with that.
Okay.
So I'd have the Reaper cast its haunting, I don't know, haunting presence, whatever it's called. What is it called? Too many spells. Haunt creature. So it'll haunt creature on the closest of those 2 crossbow guys, and then hover its way over. And actually, you know what? It's gonna fly above, because it can fly and hover, and it's gonna attack from above. It's a 21 to hit and a 14 to hit.
21 will hit.
That one is 10 necrotic damage.
Okay.
And then it'll end its turn hovering above the one that it just swooshed down with its scythe.
Cool. Bakaris, continues to cower. hands full overhead, in the corner. Not looking too hot. Just cowering. The two knights,
One needs to make a wisdom saving throw, or it's afraid of the spirit.
that is a failed. It's against being frightened?
Succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or have the frightened condition.
Alright, he does get advantage on that, which makes that
Okay.
10 now a 20.
Yeah.
So, he will succeed. And, you know what? He doesn't like that. He's gonna drop the crossbow, grab his greatsword, and take 2 swings at the Death Avatar. That is a 24.
That hits, yep.
That will be 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Let me just make sure that it doesn't have any immunities or resistances. It does, but not against that type of damage.
Alright, 22 to hit
That also hits.
for 13 points of slashing damage. And I just saw what you wrote in Twitch chat, Caitlin. So, our other knight, the one on the winch, is going to stop working on the winch. You hear it as it crashes down outside, as it takes a defensive stance. So it takes the dodge action. And our last one, still holding onto a crossbow, is going to try and shoot Hugh. Why not? Misses. Terribly. Hugh, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go up on the guy shooting at me and stab him. Hunter's mark on him. 24. And I miss. So, total of 23 damage.
He's looking bad, but he's still on his feet after that. And I believe that's it for Hugh's turn. Meaning that we come to your go. You stand in front of the guy on the winch.
Okay. If I were to do something that would cause him to move away from me, would he be going further into the guardhouse?
No, he would be moving out of the guardhouse if he had to run away from you.
Okay. I'm just checking something here. My sword bard thingy, I don't need. There's something where I don't need sneak attack. Oh, I don't need advantage on attack rolled. Oh, but I can't have disadvantage, and right now I have disadvantage because he's
Right.
taken the dodge action.
Mm-hmm. That is
Okay,
correct.
so in that case, I will whisper some creepy internal things to him. Infernal is what I intended to say. And do a first level dissonant whispers on the winch operator.
Right.
Wisdom 16.
He just fails with a 15.
I love that for him. Almost a very devilish roll, but that's 13 psychic, and he must use his reaction to move as far away from me as possible.
Alright, he runs. And as he exits out of the door just beyond what you're able to see, Rhubarb, he will be moving through your melee range if you want to take an attack of opportunity.
We might as well, right?
Might as well.
I've got this fancy new staff, so I'm just gonna try and like hit him in the shins and see if I can trip him a little bit or at least do a little damage.
Ooh.
Oh, but that's a 7.
Unfortunately that misses. But imagine if you had done that and you'd have been able to get the entangle off. Ooh.
I know.
That
A
would have
little
been
sweep
cool.
attack, and you would have been like grappled, restrained. That would
Yeah,
have been.
that would have
Oh
been
well.
dope.
Can we rewind like 35 seconds?
With
So
my
I just hit
movement,
F8.
your movement, yes.
can I move into a flank with Hugh?
You can.
I will put myself in that flank.
Beautiful.
Wait, do I still have a bonus action?
You do still have a bonus action.
Can I make an offhand attack at this guy I'm flanking?
Unfortunately for your offhand attacks, you have to take the attack action and you used your spell casting action.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
they are
Well,
technically
then,
different.
Okay. Then I don't think I have anything I can do with my bonus action, so that's it.
All right. With that, it is going to be Hugh. No, not Hugh. Rue. Your turn.
I was planning on poking my head inside to see what's going on, but someone came out, so let's stop him in his tracks before he gets too far. Or at least try to. You know what? We could still stop him in his tracks, because we do have this staff.
You do still have your staff.
And it also can cast a hold person as well.
Ooh.
Decisions. Do we just want to... How far away from me did he get after I missed with my opportunity attack?
About 10 feet.
Hey, why not? Let's invoke the rune that's in this staff and cast hold person on this guy. It's not a very high DC, but this is fun.
The wisdom save, yeah?
I believe so. DC 12? DC 12.
You're right. It's not a very high save. But when you roll a natural 1, it really doesn't matter. Not at this level. He's held in place.
Actually, I realized that does that take concentration to do that out of the staff?
Let
Because I need to concentrate on my Reaper Spirit.
Let me double check on that here real quick. I want to say yes. And if that's the case, we can, if you would rather keep your spirit, we can retcon your hold person.
It says... Doesn't specifically say, so I would assume it probably
Yeah.
does need a concentration then.
If it doesn't say that you can do it without components or without concentration, then it would be using concentration. So, yeah, if you'd rather keep your spirit, we can retcon that if you want to do something else.
Let's do that instead. Let's do something else. I'd like to unleash a beam of psychic energy at it and have him make a DC 16 int save instead with Mind Sliver.
Cool, okay. That's Nate.
He will take, oh, that's almost max damage. It's 11 psychic damage, and his next save he has a minus D4.
Beautiful.
And just to antagonize him a little bit, I'm gonna move up and get into his melee range so that if he runs, I get another opportunity attack. Or he can turn and try to fight me.
Sounds great.
You're not going anywhere, buddy.
Because,
It's the Reaper Spirit's turn.
oh, that's right. Reaper Spirit first. He's
Alright,
still
so
above somebody.
He is hovering above someone, yeah, who is still haunted.
Yep.
That is a pair of 25s to hit
Yeah. Yeah, those hit.
for 9 necrotic and 8 necrotic, so you got 17 total.
17 total into this guy, is quite a bit. But he's still standing. He's just looking real rough.
So there's him, there's the one that's the other crossbow person, and then there's Bakaris, right?
Yeah.
Just to mess with this guy a little bit too, the Reaper Spirit's gonna use some of its movement to float down and literally pass through him, and then float back up to where it was before, because it can pass through incorporeally.
That is horrifying. I love it. Great. Bakaris is going to take this opportunity to try and run. So he's going to move out and just full book it out of the door. Rue, where you are outside, you're able to see where he's like running to try and climb over the wall. He is trying to get out of here. The two knights that are inside are going to try and fight. This guy is still fighting the Reaper Spirit. He does not like it. That is a 7
Miss.
and an 11.
Also miss.
The one that has the crossbow is going to swing it like a club twice. Once at Vass, once at Hugh. That is a 18 to hit Vass.
Meets it, beats it.
For 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Improvised weapons are absolute shit. But that is a natural 20 to hit Hugh.
I guess, yeah. So that's an auto hit regardless of it not making being lowered by my AC?
I mean, it'll be a 25 afterwards, but it is an auto hit on a
Yeah.
natural 20.
I could still block at 25, but not
Yeah.
the
auto. Yeah. That is going to be for 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And then, Hugh, it is your turn. You are currently in a flank with Vass on this guy.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if I can finish him off. That's gonna be one hit, I assume.
Yes.
For 16 damage.
Alrighty. That is another one of the knights down. Leaving just the one with the Reaper Spirit, as well as the one that's outside that was actually going to try and run, but we'll just say that he's a little intimidated by the gnome out there. And anything else from Hugh?
That'd be it.
Vass, we come to your turn.
All right. I am going to attack the guy between
So, the guy between you and Hugh went down, but you do have the one that was wielding the other crossbow still up. And then you saw the guy that was on the winch run out, as well as Bakaris run outside.
I don't know if Caitlin heard that because she said her laptop just died.
Oh no! Alright, I will hold Vass's turn. While we get things situated there. Rhubarb, what would you like to do?
So I've got one afraid of me, and I've got Bakaris running past and trying to climb the wall.
Yeah, so you moved away with the knight, so that way you could stay. Bakaris didn't run past you guys. He got out of the guard door and is now like running alongside the wall to climb up of it.
Right. Okay, yeah, I think that's exactly how I visualized it. Because I got away from the door, so I wasn't blocking the door anymore.
Exactly.
Decisions. Do we want a Reaper friend, or do we want to get Bakaris? Or both? Oh. Are you back, Caitlin?
Yep.
Okay, cool. While Rue, you continue to ponder, we'll go back to Vass's turn as it was. So Vass, the one between you and Hugh has gone down, but you do have the other guy here that has the Reaper Spirit above, and then outside you saw where Bakaris and the other knight ran.
Okay, if I'm not in melee with anyone, I'm running outside and trying to see if I can get a beat on Bakaris.
Yeah, you definitely see Bakaris. As you dash, or not dash, as you run to the door, you can see Bakaris about 25 feet away, trying to scramble up the wall.
Okay, can I get there with my movement?
Uh, if you bonus action dash, you could get there and still have your action left.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'd like to make a grapple attempt.
All right, I need you to
Nice.
make me a strength athletics check.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this, but we might be using our inspiration. Let's see. Yep, I'm burning that inspiration. That's a 16.
A 16 will beat his 6. You are able
You're
to...
not going anywhere.
You see the fear in his eyes as you grab hold of him, pinning him to the wall here. And that is it for Vass's turn. Rhubarb, it's your go. You have this guy in front of you. And then, of course, inside you have the Death Spirit as well.
Yeah, I can see that. Looks like Vass has got a handle on the cars for now. I'm gonna do like a baseball swing with my staff at this guy that's standing in front of me.
Hell
Just-
yeah.
We're going for him. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
4 bludgeoning damage. And I think he has to make a DC 12 strength saving throw.
He does succeed with a 17.
So you'd see the spectral vines try and slither up out of the ground to wrap around this guy's ankles and shins, but he just steps deftly past them.
Alright. Anything else from Rhubarb? That's an action.
Not from Rhubarb, no.
Okay. Your
Let's get
Death
the
Spirit,
spirit.
though.
And it's still just, it can't get a flank with Hugh or anything at this point.
Currently, no.
Yeah, didn't think Hugh was on that guy. Ooh. 24 to hit for 15 necrotic.
That's this guy down, leaving just the figures outside.
Let's have the spirit use its movement to come out, like, stay hovering up and just come straight through the wall, out on a beeline toward Rhubarb and the guy that Rhubarb's bludgeoning with his staff.
How much speed does your Death Spirit have?
It has 30 fly and 30 regular.
Then it would not be able to make the full distance here.
That's fine, yeah.
But-
It's just slowly meandering.
It is... I'd say it's about 10 feet away.
And you know what? It's gonna use its bonus action to cast its haunt on the one that's in front of Rhubarb.
Hell yeah.
This creature, this guy knows that he's next.
Ooh, amazing. Bakaris is desperately looking anywhere that's not Vass here, trying to find a way out, but he effectively stays in the grapple, as he's using his action to do a check here. The knight, feeling the Death Spirit, is going
He has to make a save.
He does have to make the save, yes. He has advantage. Meaning that is an 18.
I think that makes it. It's against my spell save.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 16. Yeah.
This guy is going to take a disengage action and bolt. He is running. Deeper into Kalaman. Hugh, it is your turn. There's no one left inside the guardhouse. The portcullis remains closed. As you turn, you would see the last remaining knight running. What would you like to do?
I mock the knight running away.
Viciously?
No, it's not magic. It's just fun.
Yeah, no. He doesn't retort or anything. Probably it will haunt him the rest of his days. Anything else from you?
That'd be it.
Alright. I will then leave this to a more narrative interpretation. Vash, Rhubarb, do you do anything besides what you are currently attended to, Vash, with Bakaris? Rhubarb, do you chase after, or do you let the knight leave?
I don't really want to let this traitor leave. Is there any way I could get any parting spells at it?
Yeah.
Or is he like...
This is me asking if you would continue any sort of combative intents here. So like if you want to again try and hold him in place and send your guy after him, go for it. Or blast him in the back with a guiding bolt. You know, it's your choice. He has 30 feet of meat. He was 10 feet away. Yeah.
Because he couldn't have run and disengaged in the same turn, right?
Right. So he only got 30 feet away.
I can't slow him down. Let's cast a Mind Sliver on him and have him make a DC 16 int save.
He gets a 16 right on the dot.
Oh, okay. And then Rue will turn and start walking towards Vass and Bakaris.
Well, as the knight slips away, and as Vass has Bakaris pinned to the wall, initiative is going to end here. And we will pick up with your interrogation of the traitor in our next session. So, thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well. I will see you all, of course, in our next stream, but until then, head over to willthewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump in a game yourself. Keep up to date with all of our announcements. If you want to catch our live streams, that's here on Twitch. If you want to catch our VODs, that's over on YouTube. But, as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.